7 periods with 77 periods remaining. 777, baby. I feel so lucky. But there's a 6 and a 2 and there's a 28 in there. Now I don't feel so lucky. Hey there, people of the internet world. It's Kibatu, and welcome back to Let's Play Valkyrie Profile. Well, that last dungeon was a thing, I'll say that. But, with that said then, I guess we're just gonna go straight to our next, spiritual concentration and just find a new character. Just to do something. So, let's go ahead and do that then. Let's see who's next, right off the bat, in this next spiritual concentration thing. If we're gonna find a person first, before we find something else.
Is it any good? I just wanted to try out the recipe.
Am I your guinea pig?
No, you're, I mean...
I can't get over how thick-headed this guy is.
It is quite fine.
Really?
Indeed.
Then, well, do you think I'll make a good bride? Oh, what am I saying?
I was not expecting this character, actually. That's a little surprising, actually. But I'll take it, because I like to have this character here. So, as you can see, this spiritual concentration is happening in the Arcane Ruins, a dungeon. This is the first time, and I believe the only time, that spiritual concentration happens in a dungeon. But I think there's going to be... No, actually, I'm lying here. There is actually one more character we can get in a dungeon, but that's not until later. And you'll know who it is once we find out who. But there is something going on here in the Arcane Ruins, apparently. So I guess we're not done here. So let's see who's here, why they're here, and what purpose are they here in this place, the Arcane Ruins?
Are you just a blade of grass carried on the wind?
That sounds like Arngrim.
I think I'm more like a willow tree.
Ha! As if!
There's no going back now, is there?
You've come this far and now you want to go home?
That's not it. I know we can't.
Yeah, well, I gave up all hope of that a long time ago.
You have lost your body and exist only through the ritual of soul transfer.
I am not worthy to be chosen by you.
Human, you have indeed defiled souls, blasphemed against the gods. One who has acted as a sacrifice for the soul transfer cannot be saved through the same means.
So there was nothing I could do after all. I am worthless. I must be judged. I must atone.
Become then as a blade for the gods to wield. Therein lies your path to salvation.
So as you can see, with Celia, Cashel, Alia, and a couple of others as well, this was a interesting arcing sub-story that was happening. But this is the end of that story arc. There's nothing else to this story, unless there's like a manga that I don't know about, or there's another conclusion that somebody made, or like a theory as to what happened, whatever. There's just nothing else to it, and it makes me sad that it had to end like that, because I was curious. I wanted to see more of it. Like you can kind of put the pieces together of the story and conclude your own story, but it just would have been nice to have one little side story to just show what happened, why they're doing this, why Gray was this person that they were all after. Everybody was after them. But as far as I could tell, Gray was with someone, and with the soul transfer ritual, he lost his body but kept himself in that armor. So he's Alphonse, basically. Alphonse Edward. That's interesting. Oh wow, that's interesting. But but yes, after that, the five, I guess. I think there's five. Yeah, Celia, Cashel, Alia, Bartos, and Rolf. I think all five of them. They were all banded together to try and find Gray and try to defeat him. But then they all just kind of died out. Cashel and Alia are with us. Bartos and Rolf, I don't know where they are. That left Celia alone, and now that Gray has vanished, Celia is alone. I don't know if Celia will ever find peace. I highly doubt that she will. But I guess we can only come to theories at this point, huh? Oh well. But with that said, here we have ourselves Gray, as soon as I find him. Shiho, Lorenta, Gray. Gray is our third heavy swordsman, I believe. And yeah, he's a heavy swordsman, but honestly, he's probably the weakest character in the game, because some of his attacks are weird. There's only one redeemable thing about his attacks that I remember, and it's kind of sad to think of that. But overall, though, there's really nothing special about Gray other than his voice clips. His voice clips are probably the better. That's probably one of the good things about him, but still, there's almost nothing redeemable about him. All his attacks are bad. His special isn't all that. It looks fancy, but it's not that good and damaging and whatever. So, I'm a little more reluctant to use him, just like I was with Jail. Though I'm a little more reluctant to use him over Jail, though, because at least Jail had some attacks that made sense. She was just kind of Jail was kind of plain, but she at least had attacks that actually did some decent damage. But other than that, ooh, I forgot we had. Wait a minute, did I ever show off those items that we got here? I don't think I did. Okay, so let's see. We got Tear of the Cosmos, which nope, not too special. We that one thing I just did. Mirage. No, it's the Reflect Armor. Doesn't really reflect, but it does offer a lot of holy damage resistance, so that's nice. And then the Slashing Sword Farewell. Whose damage increased by 5% each time a hit is made, up to a maximum of wait, what? Sword whose damage increases by 5% each time a hit is made, up to a minimum of 200. Wait a minute. Per hit? Does that mean just the 3 hits, or are we talking like the hits that are in the hit as well? Like Lennis has 2 hits in her last attack. So if that's the case, then he has 4 hits. Then if that's the case, then my god, I think I just found the perfect weapon for Lucian. By 200%, that brings it up to what is that? Increased by 5%, up to maximum 200%. So it increases by 100% to 200%. So 100% is another 320, and 200 is another 640. So this has a maximum damage outlet with 3 hits, attack trust, hit trust, pretty decent. This has a possibility of a maximum amount of hits, or maximum high amount of attack, of 960. That's interesting. However, it just kind of doesn't compare to when you already have 1200 attack right off the bat. So, who knows? Either way, hold on. Yep, I need damage. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, we'll be using Gray for a little bit, just to show him off a little bit, but, I just want to use him for the one dungeon and that's it. That's all we're going to be seeing of Gray, because Gray is just kind of meh, really. That's all. But yeah, that's it. Alright, so we have ourselves Gray, and I guess next time we're just going to find the dungeon to let him explore, let his blade do the talking as we wield him as a blade and just slice everything in half. Just imagine it though. We're gonna grab him, we're gonna use him as a blade, we're gonna hold him in the air. I got the thing! And then we're just gonna bash him against every single enemy. He's either gonna slice right through it, or he's gonna have a major headache. But that's for next time. So with that said, this is Kibatu. And until our next dungeon, goodbye to you. Laters!